Hello and welcome. I'm Jamie Hopkins, the Director of Retirement Research here at Carson Group, and today I'm giving another rewirement tip. And this is actually about new legislation that just passed the House and will likely pass through the Senate in some form later this year, called the Secure Act. And the Secure Act, actually, in the long sense, is setting every community up for Retirement Enhancement Act. It sounds wonderful. And amazingly, this passed through the House in the current makeup of DC almost unanimously, right? 417 votes for it and 3 against it. Now, that gives me as much pause when I see something like that as when one party pushes something through. The reality is this bill, while it sounds great, the name is Secure Act, it doesn't have a whole lot of meat behind it. The reality is most of the provisions in it, about 27 to 30 provisions, are pretty solid. There's not a whole lot of kind of crazy things going on. They're common sense provisions. But to really call it a Secure Act and that it's going to enhance retirement for Americans is actually, I would say, fairly misleading. It does nothing to address the big issues in front of the country: Medicare, Social Security, Medicaid. It really tinkers with some IRA rules around required minimum distributions, pushing out those from 70.5 to 72. We'll see if it passes like that, but that's one of the big features. Adding more annuities into 401ks, again, kind of small benefit, not necessarily a bad thing, but a change. And then probably the biggest thing that's going to impact people from the bill is actually eliminating the stretch IRA provisions. So that's been proposed for a number of years now, and it's finally in a bill through the House and will likely pass through the Senate later this year too. That's going to have big implications on planning, as actually viewed from the government as a tax revenue generating kind of measure. So this is actually what's going to pay for the bill, is removing the stretch IRA, meaning that your IRA that you inherit is going to be distributed faster to the beneficiaries. So those are some of the major things in there. Go read about this bill. It's going to impact your retirement, your client's retirement. More so on the fringes. I said it's probably less so the Secure Act and the Congress messes with the fringes of Retirement Act, but it's out there. It's going to get through Congress, so pay attention to it and update your plans accordingly when it finally does get passed.